players or possibly even stop.
I hope so. You know something I don't know, let me know.
No, your thoughts on that, and also secondly, Saturday game day being in Clemson, speaking of Danny Ford a while ago, could we possibly see him on stage?
I have no idea. I would think anything's possible with Lee Corso and all that crowd. So I wouldn't even start to predict their show or sequence of their show. But as far as the Twitter and all that kind of stuff, our guys they're free to participate in that stuff outside of our season. But it's just something that we really voted on as a team last year to try to minimize distractions. And, that's kind of where we are.
Did you do anything, spend much time on this penalty issue with the spearing?
Yeah.
Did you tutor the guys a lot
Yeah.
on it? Or?
Yeah, we brought Doug Rhodes in here, who's the head of the ACC officials, and I got a lot of respect for Doug. He's a great guy. He tries to, I think, have accountability with his guys. The biggest concern is, to me, because we don't really have to coach anything different, because we've never coached targeting. Especially with the crown of the helmet, we've never coached anything like that. And I think everybody, the obvious one where everybody that's sitting in the stands can say, man, that right there shouldn't be any place for this in this game. Those are the things I think everybody wants to see enforced. But it's the unintentional plays that when you watch the film, you go, wow, now wait a minute. The concern from a coach's standpoint is how are they going to officiate some of this? And so, I'm hopeful that because you can still throw guys out on Sunday. You can still come back on Sunday. That's always been there. And say, you know what? Hey, that guy's out. So I'm hopeful that those obvious ones, hey, they enforce the rule. And, the unintended or unintentional plays, bang plays, I hope that they err more toward not calling those things. But it's scary because it really comes down to judgment. But yeah, we've had to go over it. We've had to talk about, hey, who are the defenseless players? Bottom line is just you tackle below the shoulders. That's the biggest thing, and you don't leave with the crown of your helmet. So hopefully we can avoid those situations. I think it's a scary thing for all the college coaches out there because they're talking about throwing guys out. And some hits, guys need to be thrown out. There's no question. But there's others that you sit there and you go, man, well, wait a minute. All right, maybe flag the guy, but how do you throw him out of the game? Because sometimes the guy's in good position. He's in great football position, just like you coach. Man, his eyes up, head up, everything's great, and all of a sudden that offensive guy lowers his center of gravity or changes a position, or somebody else hits him and he's not targeting. Next thing you know, because he was hit by somebody else, now he's hit the guy in the helmet. Those are the ones that I think that we got to be careful with.
What about still assessing a 15-yard penalty?
Yeah, well, if they review it and take it out, yeah, I didn't figure that one out. I don't understand that. They have a rule. Most of y'all know it that you can review it and not throw them out. But yet it's still a 15-yard penalty. So I don't know. But hey, I'll take the 15-yard penalty than throw them out. And I'd rather have that than the other way.
Yeah, but one of the ways Georgia over the last several years has done so well is special teams, and that's the way they hung in there against Alabama. But they lost some of their key guys. Do you think you guys can have an edge there?
Well, I hope so. One thing that I am excited about with our football team is we've got it's probably the deepest team that we've had, scholarship-wise, depth-wise, and talent-wise, and that helps your special teams. You can get very thin in a heartbeat on your teams, especially when you're everybody's using the same guys. But I just think we have more depth in those areas, so hopefully that's an area that we're going to be much improved in this year. But as far as Georgia, they do present a lot of challenges. They blocked 5 kicks last year, I think 2 field goals, an extra point. Took one to the house against Alabama. Blocked a couple punts. They've got some fakes. So